How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to go over the updates for the mind control build. We've been making some adjustments here and we are basically sitting right around 40 billion in the mapping mode. That means using Tarnished Sage here, which, to be fair, testing in anything else doesn't really make sense because giving up this 30% movement speed just feels too bad to give up for maps. But so we can kind of see as we're working towards our way to try to get into Profound here, we are pushing like, again, 38, 39 billion DPS, somewhere around there. We could probably squeeze out a little bit more if we actually put a Reap onto our shackles, but I've been running Blinding here instead of Reaping Agony. If we put this here, let's kind of look and kind of see what the difference is. Yeah, it's actually quite a bit higher to run the Reaping Agony. I guess we have to leave it on and just give up the blind for now. It's too good, man. So yeah, something we've been doing is really been focusing on just shifting things around. So as you can see here, I ended up getting a different pair of these gloves than what we had before, which is what I've been focusing on is basically ensuring we get our 12 blessing stacks, focusing on that, and then basically focusing everything else on getting max channeling stacks. So at no point am I basically trading any blessing stacks at this point for anything other. If I can get max channeling stacks, that's what I'm taking instead. So at some point, probably getting a wind breath, like one of the rings, will probably end up being worthwhile over this unholy prayer or something else. But for now, getting these gloves with +2. It doesn't matter if they're +2 focus, +2 agility, +2 tenacity. It doesn't matter. Basically, all you want to do is just ensure that you're getting your 12 stacks between everything, right? So you get your 3 on your chest, you get your 2 here, your 1 here, and then 1 on each ring, 1 on each weapon, and then you are getting the rest of them on your slates. For me, I only need them on these 2 slates right now. I just need 2 focus blessings. That's it. And then I was able to convert the rest of my slates over to channeling stack slates. So that's kind of what I've been working towards. I did end up picking up the memory as well. This was a significant little bump. It's still 600 FE. It hasn't gone down in price. And then I did change both the candles to max channeling stacks candles as well, because we were able to come to a determination that the gloves themselves are, you know what, I actually want to check something here. This might actually be better with an extra reap on it right now as well. I don't know if he's affected by the reaping CDR, so losing the 4% additional might be worse, but it might be better as well. I'm not really sure, so we'll see. No, so that's 46. Sorry, let's get sidetracked here. That's the biggest thing about a lot of this stuff is you just need to like test it once it's working and doing something. So, and we also need to test with and without reaping purification now to make sure. No, reaping purification is still significantly better. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I wanted to test the reap on that versus the other one because it very well may be better. Again, same with Grudge. I mean, I'm pretty sure Grudge is still better this way because we need to have it on here, but otherwise I don't think we have it, which should drop our damage down. But yeah, pretty much what we're doing here, we're just trying to get this character ready for Profound in a consistent way. Yeah, the loss of paralysis doesn't work here, so okay, I had it right, but I wanted to make sure I tested it for you guys before I go out here spewing stuff. So, yeah, as we were saying, basically made some adjustments based off of getting some new gear. Basically, you're trying to push this character Profound. I know everyone else is kind of giving up on it, and they're converting over to Split Shot or to something else, but from me looking at what is required for the Split Shot stuff, you're pretty much required to make a really, really good weapon for that. And then you also need like the Wind Breath Convergence Ring, all this stuff. It's like, by the time you're spending that much money on it, you're spending more than what you're spending on this, right? So another thing we did actually come across here is the Hecata's Vision helmet here with the +2 curses. This actually isn't just you can only cast 2 curses, it is you can cast 2 curses. So it sets your curse count to 2, which means if you're using this, you don't need to use a curse candle. So that's been very, very helpful. That's been really nice. I think the next step for me will probably be, again, to start pushing my tier 1 mods on everything. I'll try to finish off this weapon first. It's going to cost me a significant amount of money, but at this point I think my slates are about as good as they're going to get. I can probably get a +1 on one of these, actually. A +1 with the movement speed is what, or with this blur mod is probably what I'll end up focusing on next. And then after that, I'm just going to start pushing tier 1s on everything I can get. I'll try to get some max channeling stacks with the +1 as well, or a max channeling stacks with the +1 or focus, one of the two. That's probably going to be my next upgrades as well. And then I'm just going to start buying really expensive stuff on the build. So we'll take it from there. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And other than that, see you in the next one.